Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today we've got kind of an interesting thing to talk about. This is a really funny situation that I can't lie is kinda telling about just sort of what's been going on with the servers, I guess, kind of is one way to put it, because as we all know, the servers for Wiz have been just atrocious. They have been very not good. And, I mean, honestly, the spot that I'm walking around right now kind of describes what the servers are pretty perfectly. It's just kind of a flaming trash heap. And, you know, this sort of got exacerbated when free membership was running for that span of a little over a week. Love the fact that they ran it, but as we know, just having more people on due to free membership is, of course, going to overload the servers, and nobody is really surprised about that. However, there's been a bit of a saga going on with a friend of mine who operates these accounts, and these accounts are all run by the same guy. This is Pokemon Hacker 1337. Moderated the subreddit with a guy for like a couple years. You know, he's an alright fella, and especially because he has set up all of these accounts up until here, Samantha Drake. The rest are not him, but all of these so far, these first 11 or so, are him. And what they are meant to do is they are meant to be little telepads. And what that means is, if you go to Tabitha Winterheart, the first one here, it'll take you to the bazaar. And all you have to do is just open the social tab. It'll automatically take you to friendly players, unless you've selected one of these other windows in the previous, I guess, session. But, you know, you click here, you go to Tabitha Winterheart, you're at the bazaar. And he has Ellie Silverfist set up as well, in case the realm where Tabitha Winterheart is at is full, so Ellie Silverfist is in a different realm. Typically, this the second one will work out just fine if the first one is full. Brittany Soulmender will take you to Hilda Brewer in the Commons to refill your potions. Talon Drakeheart will take you to Nightside if you want easy access to Darkmoor. Abigail Hawkhead will do the same for Aquila. And then Abigail Rainbow Leaf, good for going just to the library. And, you know, this is good if you want to check out things like Harold Argleston, or, you know, there's just a shortcut to the arena here, which is actually pretty interesting. I should really start using this anyway. But this will take you to the Decathlon. And yeah, just overall really, really cool there. Kane Rainbow Brain was a quick TP to King Detritus' dungeon, which is where I started the video. And then Samantha here is typically on the first page, but, you know, goes straight to the Pet Pavilion. Abigail Battlefriend, I use this a lot on my streams, takes me straight to the arena next to the PvP queue. Sarah is for the Wizard City Die Shop, and I don't actually know what this one is, if this is even him. I'm pretty sure this is PK's character, but the point is, all of these... Okay, yeah, this is just a TP to the comments, but all of these characters are run by the same guy, and lately, because of how many people are on the servers, King's Isle has sort of... There's been kind of an interesting situation that's come up. Yeah. Okay, so in this Reddit post, he says, did I just get called out by KI support? And so pretty much what happened was, apparently some of his, you know, level 1 accounts had gotten banned, just because they were kind of just not really doing anything, just taking up space, that sort of deal. I mean, that you can tell that they're popular. This guy just teleported for the purpose of refilling potions, I imagine, just now. So there's that, you know. All of these characters really, really useful, but ultimately their only purpose is to exist here as level 1 wizards, and like just so you can TP to them and TP around Wizard City. So like, you know, Brittany Soulmender, of course, for Hilda Brewer, refilling potions, that sort of deal. So that's all well and good in most people's eyes. However, due to the strain on the servers, this first post was 12 days ago, back when free membership was still running, maybe. Okay, no, it would have been like right after it ended, but still, some of his accounts got banned just because they were sort of just sitting here taking up space, not doing anything, and they, I guess, KI viewed them as sort of excess clutter that could slow down the servers, that sort of deal. So that is why some of those accounts got banned. And so this, yeah, I mean, he does have 30 plus accounts. Wizard City is not the only place he has these accounts. Like, if I were to go to Chrysalis right now, there is a teleport directly to the Shadow Palace. If I were to go to Wallaru, there's a teleport directly to the Crash Sigil. But yeah, he's got a lot of accounts. He says 30 plus. So I guess from a King's Isle employee's perspective, I could understand why, you know, a KI employee might think that these are just clutter accounts, bots, you know, just taking up space and slowing down the servers. But that kind of speaks to a bigger issue. It's like if these level 1 accounts, these telepads, are really like taking up that many resources, it's like a competent team would have to run hundreds of these accounts to flood and slow down an actually functional server, is my perspective on it, at least, especially for a sub, I guess, thing of subdivision of Gamigo being like a big type thing. So, hi Firestarter, pit popping for real. But yeah, so that was the first post in the saga. Let me go check out the second one. So yeah, basically KI sort of asked PK, like, why do you have all of these accounts? And he said, because I can. Because I guess people just told him to say that, and because he can is a perfectly reasonable answer as well. So yeah, Chaos 4 didn't like that very much. they pretty much told him we need more of an answer than simply because I can, which is a little goofy. And yeah, so ultimately KI is not really too receptive to PK's accounts and telepads and all that. So there's actually one that I tried to go to a moment ago before I recorded this video, because I was originally going to record this in like another world. I can't remember which at this point, but Abigail Willow something, Abigail like Willow Leaf or something. It's a level 1 life wizard, typically on the front page, but it teleports you directly to the world tree. And so I was going to go there to record in a different world, but it is not up at the moment. So I imagine Abigail Willowleaf was one of the casualties. I totally would have used her teleport right now to go and show you something like Wallaru, where I can most likely teleport to whatever his telepad is out there for Crash the Bandicoot. If that account is still there, let's go ahead and see. Is it Stephanie Stormcloud? Yes, this is his. Kai Dragonstone is also his. This will teleport you to the Dreaming. This is where you can go to farm Freddy Croaker. Or, I guess, the Nightmare, technically. It's sort of placed strategically between them both. So, yeah, that. But yeah, all of these accounts, I guess, are just not really... KI just doesn't approve, which is a little sad, because I guess they're just lagging the server, and that's a problem to me, because, like, why is this few accounts, like, causing as much of a strain as they think it is on the server? And I actually don't think that it is causing as much of a strain. I think it's barely noticeable at all, and even if it is noticeable, it's like these accounts aren't bots. These are helpful accounts for people to just get around quicker. I don't think KI has any sort of malicious intent. They don't have any sort of vendetta against PK for operating these accounts. They're just trying to reduce, I guess, strain on the servers, but it really doesn't matter all that much, in my honest opinion. It's like these characters are good, and I'm glad they exist, because they really do make it much easier and make a lot of things much more accessible, like Crash, of course, like you just saw. I don't actually know where else the characters would be. I don't know. Let's choose like a random war like Dragonspire. Dragonspire, I think, does have somebody. I think next to the Crown of Fire, perhaps Heather. Yeah, and Tower Archives, I imagine, is also a teleport to Zarathax, if I had to guess. But yeah, Kiara Nightbreeze right next to Zarathax's tower. This is also him. And yeah, ultimately, I mean, all of these wizards are helpful, and I think that KingsIsle should focus on improving their servers rather than banning the accounts that operate these helpful little telepads. Because what they've said was, in this last post, because the first two ultimately didn't really have too much going on with them, but PK's last post, posted, I guess, today as I'm recording this on Tuesday the 10th, they said, we will not apply sanctions to your accounts at this time, although, I mean, who knows where Abigail Willowleaf is. Sometimes keeping the accounts up is a little tough. He has mentioned in the past, like, getting them all back online can take some time, but still does it diligently. Love the guy for that, but yeah, that, and then, but they basically told him, however, we will caution you now that you must not create additional excessive accounts, as this will be considered a violation of the terms of use, resulting in accounts being banned. Please review the terms of use you agreed to upon sign-up of each account. You agree that you will not take any action that imposes an unreasonable or disproportionately large load on the company's infrastructure. If this is an unreasonable or disproportionately large load on the company's infrastructure, I mean, I've said this a million times, it's like, if that's the case, why not just make like a teleporter hub in like the Basilica for Dragonspire, for example? It's like you could, it's like the community manager, like Emma, or I guess Mickey now, who's just signed on as the new Wizard101 community manager. Like they could even add a new NPC just in here somewhere, like right here, standing right here where I'm stood. That just has, kind of like the transporters in Pirate 101. It's like there's one in every world, like in a hub area, that sort of thing, where you go to them, and I guess, or like a stagecoach. Realistically, that's what should be happening. A stagecoach should be able to take you to popular farming spots, just anywhere in the world. Like for Dragonspire, I would have one that takes you, obviously, to Malistaire once you've unlocked that. One that'll take you to Zarathax and the Tower Archives for spellment farming purposes. Also one that would take you to Boris Blackrock in the Crucible for elemental specific. And while we're at that, Vasek Ashweaver in the Grand Chasm for spirit specific spellment farming. So it's like, those four are kind of the only real things that I think would necessitate a sort of teleporter. But I do think that, you know, just if PKHacker operating a bunch of accounts, like he said, 30 plus, you know, if 30 plus accounts is really putting that much strain on the server, rather than trying to ban his accounts and like reduce the quality of life around the game, they should really just, like, if that is a problem, they should, well, first and foremost, upgrade their damn servers. I mean, they're so laggy right now, but if that's not something that they can do, not something that they can invest any time or any resources into, then they suck, obviously. But if that is the case, and they really can't do anything, their hands are tied, whatever, then adding a stagecoach in a place like the Basilica, for Dragonspire specifically, just like for the hub worlds everywhere, you know, just to sort of take people to popular farming spots just across the world that the stagecoach is in. I think that is a fine enough solution. I think that's just what they need to do, if they're just gonna ban PK's little accounts. Like, it makes no sense for them to be doing that, because they are honestly so useful, and I am really just glad that he's running them, even if they're not going to be around for too much longer, who knows. But I hope that they will be around for a while, because, you know, it's like teleporting to the Pet Pavilion, so easy. I just did it. I just did it right now, when I would have had to run to the Commons, run all the way to the Pet Pavilion, and instead I can just teleport straight to Samantha, and there we go. I'm here. I'm at the Pet Pavilion. Hooray! So there is that as well. And this is in a very unpopulated realm. This is on the second half of the 5th page of realms with only one realm on page 6. So all of these people here, every last one of them, use this teleporter because they know what's going on. It's like people like Juan here, Grandmaster Pyromancer, level 51, Juan Legend, level 103, Zedeca Sage, level 40, Ian Stormrider, level 170. People from every single level range is using these teleporters, and I think that's great. I mean, okay, this gear looks a little weird, but but anyway, it's like there's all these people just like level 83, it's like all these people using these teleporters. These are very useful. The community loves them, and I think that they should be allowed to stay. It's such a weird situation that KI is trying to, sanction these little accounts despite how popular they are. I think it's something that really needs to be mentioned, so that way people can sort of get on KI's case about it, because it's like, don't ban the things that people have done that KI hasn't, because just having quick teleports all around Wizard City, that Wizard City is the hub of the game. It's like teleports to the dice shop, teleports to the drains for King Detritus, teleports to two teleports to the bazaar just in case the first one's realm is full, teleports to Darkmoor, teleports to the World Tree even though that one's not up at the moment, teleports to the arena. It's like there's so many useful places in the game, and having somebody running these accounts. What the hell kind of pet is this? Where do you even get this? But having somebody run all these accounts, I think is great, and shouldn't be, I guess, punishable. So I don't know. We'll see if KI will at least just lay off his case. And I do think that there's honestly more spots in the game that could use a telepad, but I'm not gonna ask PK to make any more. He's already got like 30 plus, and KI breathing down his neck. So we'll really just have to see. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, I've also just laid out the stagecoach solution. If they were to put one in the commons somewhere that could just take you to all of these places, I think that would be huge. So I don't know, just my thoughts on it. I hope KI just sort of lays off the guy, because these accounts are all really helpful, and I'm glad they're here. So for now, that's going to be all. I kind of rambled for much longer than I was expecting to, but I mean, look, I feel kind of passionate, because these are honestly huge quality of life things that somebody not affiliated with KI has done for the community. This guy's doing them out of the goodness of his heart. He's not doing it for money or anything material like that. So yeah, good cause. Glad the guy's doing them. KI needs to stop breathing down his neck. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more. And I will see y'all later.